here in this room has their phone. You can hire a media manager, you can do all that. So if you look at some of the latest things that we've been doing, I've slowed down a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff we're going to start doing again, bringing it back to the office, bringing it back to the kitchen with the technicians, showing the world what these guys are doing in the kitchen. That's right, it's not just turning the wrench, like Ed was saying, it's more than that now. And showing them like their iPad is a tool, their smartphone is a tool. And, portraying, what people probably think of as any of the trades. A guy walking in with a tool belt and a plumber's crack and all that, like that's the stuff that was portrayed for 100 years. And it's just not the truth anymore. So I think everybody in this room can probably start utilizing the tools they have right now in their pocket. LinkedIn is a tool, Instagram's a tool, TikTok's a tool, and it's like anything. Whatever you put into it, you're gonna get out of it. You start working out at the gym, you do it for a week, you go look in the mirror, you're gonna look the same as you did a week before. This is like an investment. You have to do this in perpetuity forever. It has to be part of your business plan. So when you start doing that, you can start, like Dan was talking about, geofencing is real. You can start geofencing, and I've done that. We've made that commercial.
Give me 30 seconds, and I'll give you 4 reasons why you need to be a Mount Cares technician.
Get paid to drop your first call.
Work here is a career, not a job, because there's a retirement here. There's a 401k match of 4%, which you really don't see in the industry.
I don't have no college debt. I feel like I'm ahead of my friends, personally and professionally.
Great health benefits over the years. They pay 80%. It's great health insurance. It's a great company to grow with. I wouldn't be here for 26 years if that wasn't the case. Click the link, and let's get you on the care team.
Hashtags are very real. You can start understanding what the hashtags are that these younger generations are using. You just have to do some research and take the time to do it. I've done it over the last 4 years, and even back to the, bootstrapping, going to the trade school, like Jeff was saying. I did that before COVID. I went and talked to a couple of different schools around the area, and those talks came about because of my social media. They reached out to me through LinkedIn and said, "Hey, I would love to have you come and talk about that." So I went and did that to a couple of different places. I actually hired 2 guys back in 2018 now, and they're excelling. They're doing a wonderful job. So, we talk about all these kids don't want to work today. They do. They just gotta be passionate about it. They gotta want it.
So we've left the meeting, and only for a short time, because we're never in this area, and we wanted to go get some hot dogs. Boop. And there's a staple here in Jersey City called Boulevard Drinks, and sadly enough, in all my years living right over here, I've never been, so we're gonna go get some dog. I guess we're gonna have a taste test right in this vlog.
And you actually went to high school right next to this place.
Basically.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. I was not far, so we'll see what happens. Old school right there, baby. Good snap. Unique chili.
There you go. We get people collectively together. You want to get up, turn around, put the tables together before we get started. As far as employee burnout, when we started this, we were going to talk with alleviate, Dan, and everybody on the call. Burnout is something that's very real, and from a business owner's perspective on running operations, especially in 2022 after the pandemic, coming out, it's been super challenging. Working harder than ever, working more hours than ever. So, when we run that meeting, we said it'll be great if we can get some collective ideas from others that are in the same trenches every day, and come up with some things that we can take back with us. We want to bring back some points to our teams to kind of help maybe manage that, mental health and stress and all these things that we're dealing with from customers that are very demanding, just the ins and outs of everything we're dealing with every day, from supply chain issues, trying to explain things to customers, and lack of empathy and all these things, they add up. So we want to get some points down on how we can kind of help each other through these times.
Struggle to come up with a fix for that. So obviously the more techs that we have in our office, the further spaced out their on-call rotation is. So it's easier said than done, obviously, but other thing that we kind of threw around was flexible scheduling. You know, again, the work-life balance is what we're seeing so many people want. And their idea of a 40-hour work week, you know, the guy with kids might be different from the guy whose kids are all grown. Schedule-wise, if there's places you can get into at 6, you know, we talked about the possibility of having, you know, guys that work a 6 to 3 shift, 6 to 2 shift, guys that work a 9 to 6 shift. It's just coming up with, okay, how many places can you get into at that hour?
Whether that be flexible time off, for gym reimbursement, you know, wellness may mean that, you know, if their dog is sick, you allow them to bring it to the vet, that kind of thing, so being open to that. Hybrid remote work for people that need it, and creating a culture that makes employees feel appreciated. They want to be included, they want to feel like they're part of the business, and they want to know that you really appreciate them being there and what they do every day.
How we're motivating them to do extra work, and the bottom line is you pay them double time, you pay them more money, that's all they want is more money. In addition to that, we talked about how we get more calls done, or how we can get more calls done with less technicians. And the idea with those, I'll call them Google Glasses, whatever that technology is, having a master technician in the office controlling 4 technicians to get the calls done that way.
Another thing we talked about is quantity and quality. Everybody wants a trained, competent employee. It's always, once again, easier said than done. But I think something we talked about is cross-training and kind of switching things up. You have someone that's been dispatching for 17 years, it's going to be tough for them to switch it around, but everybody's hiring new people all the time, trying to at least. So I think if you were to move people around, maybe they may find something that they're a little more passionate about than what they've been doing. Also, the person that moves into their role may find some stuff that particular employee was missing. So a happy employee is going to lead to a happy company and a happy customer.
Talked about flexible schedules. We played around, we talked about changing different ways to do on-call, maybe 4-day work week, 4-10 schedule. Again, this is like in theory. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it out or anything like that, but definitely flexible schedules, starting guys when they need to start and maybe starting early.
Managing people and understanding what everybody really wants and trying to give that to them to the best of my ability. It's not always possible. You do your best. You know, I think COVID really put perspective, a lot of people in different perspectives as far as family time. Even for myself, you know, I was notorious for not going, I love my mother, but I didn't go see her as much as I did. I didn't go see my nephews as much as I did. Now, that's a priority for me. So I think the same thing goes with everybody in this room. Everybody's the technicians and their families. They have kids, they have lives, and trying to manage that time and give them that time. That's where the burnout for me, I have no problems, but I'm trying to do everything for everybody, make everybody happy, which is the ultimate impossible task. But you try every day.
But I think the big piece too is making sure the value of a good night's sleep, you know? It sounds silly, it sounds funny. Okay, yeah, maybe a little alcohol too, but you know, but really getting that solid night's sleep and coming in fresh, right? It's about showing up to be the best you, because I'm as guilty as anybody of burning the candle at both ends, you know, but you don't get anywhere when you do that, you know? You end up burning yourself out, and then you do things you regret, and you make snap decisions you shouldn't have made, and you know, that's not helpful. That's not helpful to people around you who are helping to support the business and support you. So just getting that good night's rest so you can be your best self when you show up to work.
As the owners, when we get burnt out, we have a thing in our company. You always complain. If you have a complaint, the complaint's up the organizational structure, not laterally or down. We never want to complain to our same level, and we never want to complain down to our staff. It always comes up. And I used to sit there and be like, all ends up feeding up to me, but I have nobody above me to complain up to. So that was where, like, my say stress with frustrations would come. It's like, you know, I don't get anybody patting on myself on my back. Nobody pats me on the back when we do a good job, and I have nobody else to complain to. So that's, you know, like Angie was saying, you got to look at yourself sometimes too, and make sure you're removing that burden.
CFESA Region 5 and 6 meeting has come to an end. It was a good day. A lot of good things were shared. We're talking about stress. In case you didn't know, your boy Rich Maliki is stressed and he's blessed. And there's a lot going on in today's business world, in the food equipment industry, food equipment service industry. It's tough to navigate. There's a lot of new challenges, and we're doing our best as a company to work through it all. And we were talking about a lot of those things and how we could all work collectively together to find solutions. Mental health is real. We're all going through different things, from our technicians to our office to our operations to our warehouse. We're all people. We all have a lot of stuff going on. We need to work through this together because it's busier than ever. So we did a lot of talking about that. Everyone got connected with Ilana, Gary's East Coast. So a lot of our friends. Recently was a great day, and we snuck off to go to Boulevard drinks. My first time having it, even though I've lived over here my entire life. Really good. I want to go back and get another one right now. Is that bad?
No, we can go.
We can go?
Yeah.
Okay. We're out of here. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, share. And by the way, we are hiring technicians all throughout New York City, New Jersey, Long Island, Queens. www.malikicares.com/careers. Join the family. See you on the next video.